Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, I want to take you to Mount Kenya. You know, these days, if you look at, what people are saying, go to the online debates, most of it is coming from the politics of Mount Kenya.
Marigiji siku ya leo anapangiwa jama ate jama ya kumtukana kila siku ni kama Kemani Waishongwa ako level moja na Rigiji, na Kemani Waishongwa anatukana naibu wa rais akisimama na rais mwenyewe, na rais mwenyewe hawezi kumwambia hiyo tabia ni mbaya.
So for this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, let's head over to Mount Kenya. There is something going on there.
He is seated there. The president is almost smiling and clapping as Kemani Ichung'wah calls another leader a viper. I mean, what are you telling us? What are you telling us even as leaders? Are you telling us that is what you want your children to see? Is that what you really want us to see? And is that the culture you want?
So you do blame the president as well for failing to rein in
Of course.
Lately, you've been hearing things about impeachment on Gachagua, talking about the 50 member of parliaments, UDA, ODM, and YPA who came together to craft a strategy to stop that kind of move. So I want us to go extensively to this statement that was shared by Mutahi Kahiga in one of the leading mainstream media TVs. In that interview, Mutahi Kahiga said so much. I want to take you to that interview. It's a small video that I think it'll be interesting to you. So before you get there, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video. I am so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Mutahi Kahiga, being the only governor in Mount Kenya now who has chosen to stand with Rigathi Gachagua no matter what, decided to lift the lid and say that William Ruto, he said in it's like proverbial way, but he said William Ruto is using people in Mount Kenya to fight Rigathi Gachagua. So these people are first accusing Rigathi Gachagua of smelling like a goat. He likens that move to what hyenas used to do. And he says that when a hyena wants to eat its children, it first accuses them of smelling like goats. The bottom line behind all these allegations of Rigathi Gachagua not, respecting William Ruto, what Kimani Ichung'wah saying, Ndindi Nyoro, and all other leaders in Mount Kenya, the 300, MCAs, you heard about that. Those MCAs who all distance themselves from Rigathi Gachagua. The idea behind all this is to kick out Rigathi Gachagua. So first of all, Rigathi Gachagua is smelling like a goat, so that by the time it smells like a goat, they will feast on this goat. And by feasting on the goat, what they will do is to kick out Rigathi Gachagua.
I may differ with the way he is treating the deputy president, but I have never shied away from speaking my mind. And I tell him what I think is not right, because he himself, I was with them in the campaigns. He told us that this will never happen. Why is it happening? I have asked him, tell us what Rigathi Gachagua has done, so that we can then see. The other day they started saying, Rigathi Gachagua is demanding 10 billion from the president, to 10 billion to do what? That's a cock and bull. The whole idea is that, sometimes before a hyena eats its own kids, it accuses it of smelling like a goat. You give it a bad name so that you can kill it. That's not the way to go. What they need to do is just let Rigathi Gachagua, Rigathi Gachagua, because of his background as a district officer, has grown up through the administration profit. You could see him as a bully in terms of when he wants to push something. But he's genuinely a very good man. I may differ with him on many things, but I'll fight for him because when I feel there is an injustice being done against him. The same way we died with President William Ruto. Yeah.
What would you say to those salivating for the position of deputy president currently, or the position of running mate for William Ruto come 2027?
Well, they have a right. In the book of Habakkuk, chapter number 3, verses 2, it says, write your vision in bold letters. Let them write their vision. It's okay. I mean, I have always said, and quote me, even when the issue of Dede Njoro was brought up, I said, we cannot fight Dede Njoro. He's a young leader who is growing. And there is nothing wrong with him having an ambition. It's only that his time is not yet come. I would say the same for Professor Kindiki. He's a good man. He's a professor. He did a sterling job as majority leader in the Senate before he was kicked out by President Uhuru for no reason. But we are saying it is not yet his time. He's a good leader, but he needs to be mentored and walk into his destiny. We shouldn't fight him.
Would you support him if he was picked for running mate come 2027?
Now, it's still too early.
What about 2027? If at all President
Now,
William
look,
Ruto picked
if we get to 2027 and the President William Ruto feels that Rigathi cannot deliver for him, because you will definitely pick a running mate who can deliver for you, because translated into votes, it's not, you don't want to bring a flower girl. I will ask you a simple question. This mountain, will it follow Rigathi Gachagua or will it follow anybody else?
You know, these allegations about impeachment, the 48 members of parliament, you know, who distance themselves from Rigathi Gachagua, the MCAs who converged and shown their allegiance around Kithure Kindiki, all these are pointers to one thing, that Rigathi Gachagua is on the verge of being kicked out from UDA and from that running mate position. That explains why there's a renewed strategy from Rigathi Gachagua's team. I don't know how many of you saw a video of Rigathi Gachagua campaigning in Nairobi.
So mimi naendelea na niko hapo. Si ndio? Watu wengine wanajaribu kumulizia uongo. Hata wanamulizia uongo. Mimi nimechaguliwa na wananchi wa Kenya. Mimi sitachaguliwa na wajumbe. Si mimi ndio nilichagua. Kama iko mtu hapa anashinda na mimi akuja nishitaki kweli. Kweli ya uongo. Unataka mimi ninunue uongo?
That rally which I saw and from Rigathi Gachagua's team, there is a deliberate attempt to kick out Sakaja in 2027. That is what is happening behind the scenes. It's the reason why you find that in Nairobi, Rigathi Gachagua has ensured that there is going to be political storm, a political storm that will kick out Sakaja. So what Gachagua is trying to do is fight back. And the strategy behind this fight back from Gachagua is to marshal people. Because Rigathi has realized that right now, because Raila Amolo Odinga is out of the political scene, and Kalonzo Musyoka is doing very little to take advantage of the pressure, Rigathi has assumed that position of being a deputy president who is an opposition leader. And that's why you find that he has convened several roadside rallies in Nairobi. There's a clip that was shared. This clip of Rigathi Gachagua and his team in Nairobi County, traversing those areas of Marikiti, you know, Nyamakima, those areas. You know, the Kikuyus have invested heavily in Nairobi County. That's the honest reality. They have also been the ones who are suffering right now in Sakaja's leadership. That is according to what Rigathi Gachagua has been saying. And Rigathi, as time and time again, requested Sakaja to ease up a bit on those regulations that or the policies he has been instigating on the people in Nairobi County. But Sakaja has maintained that he's there to serve the people. So what Rigathi is doing right now is to fight back. Whereas there are people who are crafting ways of making sure that Rigathi Gachagua does not secure a running mate position should they contest again in 2027, which I think they will contest. Because of that realization, Rigathi is marshalling his own troop. What I know is going to happen after this, there is going to be a formation of a party, a political party that Rigathi Gachagua will be the party leader to. The initial plan was to conquer Jubilee, but that proves to be impossible unless Uhuru Kenyatta thinks otherwise and hands over the baton to Rigathi Gachagua. As it stands, Rigathi Gachagua is going to seek for another political vehicle, one that will ensure that he has a bargaining power in 2027. You know? So, what I was trying to say is this, ladies and gentlemen. Mutahi Kahiga's position is a bit spot on. He was spot on in his remarks, and the accusations have all been leveled on William Ruto, whom he likens to a hyena who wants to eat its children. It first accuses them of smelling like goats. So Rigathi Gachagua will be kicked out when the opportune time reaches. It's not yet there. Right now, he is still being accused of smelling like a goat. So when the right time comes, Rigathi Gachagua will face an impeachment motion. Because Waswahili wanasema lisemwalo lipo ama lipo na kama halipo basi liko njiani. That is what is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe. And by the way, don't forget to comment about this story. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.